Welcome, Sigma ladies. Today we step into a place where conformity crumbles and quiet power thrives. The world has long tried to define women by labels that limit their potential, forcing them into categories they were never meant to fit. But today, we explore the rise of a woman who breaks every mold, the Sigma female. Who is the Sigma female? She is not interested in fame or followers. She walks her own path, led by her inner compass. She is a force in the shadows, building her power away from the noise of the world. Unlike those who seek attention or validation, the Sigma female's strength is in her quiet resilience, in her ability to rise without fanfare, and in her unshakable self-trust. She doesn't fit into anyone's expectations because she writes her own. In this video, we will explore the traits that make the Sigma female so extraordinary. From her strategic use of solitude to her mastery of controlled vulnerability, we'll uncover the hidden strengths that allow her to thrive. This isn't a story about rebellion for rebellion's sake. This is about evolution. It's about understanding that the real power lies in subtlety, in self-reinvention, and in rejecting the hustle culture that drains so many. So buckle up, Sigma ladies. This is your blueprint for mastering the art of quiet power, of subtle disobedience, and of invisible leadership. Before we dive into these deeply transformative concepts, remember to hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Sigma Lady community, where we push boundaries, break rules, and redefine what it means to lead in this modern world. Let's begin. 1. The silent ascendancy Sigma ladies. Let's start with the principle that sets us apart from the rest. The silent ascendancy. In a society that teaches us to shout our achievements from the rooftops, the Sigma female ascends differently. She moves quietly, often unnoticed, until suddenly she's at the top, and no one even saw her coming. This is the power of subtlety and strategy. While others chase after recognition and validation, the Sigma female builds her empire from within. She doesn't need constant applause to fuel her ambition. Instead, she finds her strength in silence, allowing her actions to speak louder than words. Silent ascendancy is about moving deliberately, taking steps that may not be flashy, but are undeniably effective. Sigma females understand that true power doesn't come from external recognition. It comes from mastery over oneself. By quietly refining her skills, focusing on her goals, and letting go of the need for outside approval, the Sigma female creates a solid foundation for long-term success. She doesn't rush, she moves with intention, knowing that her impact will be felt in time. This kind of ascent isn't for everyone. It requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to trust the process. But for Sigma females, it's the only way. They don't care about quick wins or public applause. They care about mastery, about building something real that will last. And when they arrive with power that can't be ignored, no matter how quietly they came. 2. Emotional alchemy. What do we do with emotions, Sigma ladies? The world tells us to suppress them, hide them, or let them control us. But a Sigma female knows better. She understands the true art of emotional alchemy, the process of transforming emotions into power. This is one of the most underrated yet vital skills of the Sigma female. Sigma females know that emotions are not something to fear or avoid. Instead, they see them as raw energy waiting to be transformed. When anger arises, she doesn't explode. She channels it into determination. When fear knocks, she doesn't retreat. She uses it to sharpen her focus. And when sadness visits, she doesn't wallow. She lets it deepen her empathy and insight. This isn't about ignoring emotions, it's about mastering them. The Sigma female turns vulnerability into strength by facing her emotions head-on, understanding them, and using them to fuel her growth. This is why she's so resilient. While others may crumble under the weight of their feelings, Sigma females rise stronger because they've learned how to alchemize those emotions into something useful. Emotional alchemy is about turning what the world sees as weakness into an unshakable advantage. It's about recognizing that emotions are not obstacles, they're opportunities for transformation. By mastering this art, Sigma females are able to navigate life's challenges with grace and inner strength, using every emotional experience to evolve and ascend. 3. The shadow embrace. There's a side of ourselves that society tells us to hide, the part that's messy, unpredictable, and raw. But Sigma females know that true strength comes not from denying this part of ourselves, but from embracing it fully. The shadow embrace is about integrating all parts of who you are, even the ones that are uncomfortable or unpolished. Sigma females don't strive for perfection, they strive for wholeness. They understand that their shadow side, the parts of themselves that don't conform to societal expectations, is a source of power. By acknowledging and integrating their shadow, they become more authentic, more grounded, and more capable of facing life's complexities. To embrace your shadow means to accept that you are not just light, you are also darkness. And that's not something to fear, Sigma ladies. It's something to harness. Your shadow holds the key to your deepest desires, your rawest emotions, and your most unfiltered self. By bringing your shadow into the light, you free yourself from the need to be perfect or nice, and instead, you become whole. This kind of self-acceptance is rare. Most people spend their lives trying to suppress their shadow, afraid of what it might reveal. But Sigma females understand that by facing their shadow, they unlock a deeper level of power. They become more resilient, more confident, and more connected to their true selves. And in that, they find a freedom that most people never experience. 4. Strategic solitude. Let's be real, solitude is often misunderstood. In a world obsessed with social validation and constant connectivity, being alone can feel like a failure. But Sigma females know better. They practice strategic solitude, using their time alone not as an escape, but as a tool for growth, clarity, and mastery. When a Sigma female withdraws, it's not because she's afraid or lonely. It's because she understands that true wisdom comes in the silence. Alone, she refines her thoughts, solidifies her goals, and builds a stronger relationship with herself. While the rest of the world is lost in distractions, she's focused, centered, and ready to emerge stronger. Solitude is not isolation for the Sigma female. It's her sanctuary. It's where she recharges, recalibrates, and prepares to re-enter the world with more clarity and strength than ever before. In solitude, she finds her deepest truths, away from the noise of others' opinions and expectations. This strategic use of alone time gives Sigma females a distinct advantage. While others burn out from constant social interaction or feel lost without the approval of others, Sigma females thrive in their own company. They come out of solitude not weaker, but sharper, more focused, and more determined to pursue their path. 5. Subtle disobedience. Not all revolutions need to be loud, Sigma ladies. Some are so quiet that no one notices them until the world has already changed. Sigma females are experts in subtle disobedience, the art of bending the rules without making a scene, of defying expectations in ways that go unnoticed until it's too late to stop them. Sigma females don't need to declare war on the system. They operate outside of it, quietly forging their own paths, breaking norms in ways that others don't even realize. They redefine success, womanhood, and power without needing to fight for recognition. Instead, they let their results speak for themselves. Subtle disobedience is about making small strategic shifts that ripple out into larger changes. It's about knowing when to challenge the status quo in ways that don't draw unnecessary attention, but still disrupt outdated norms. Sigma females are masters at this. They don't need to shout to create change. Their actions are their rebellion. This quiet form of resistance allows Sigma females to navigate spaces that others can't. They don't burn bridges, they build new roads. They don't fight against the system, they create new systems. This is the power of subtle disobedience, and it's one of the many ways Sigma females leave their mark on the world. 6. The zero-waste energy model. Energy is one of the most precious resources a Sigma female has. While the world tells us to hustle, grind, and do more, Sigma females follow a different model, the zero-waste energy model. They don't waste their time or energy on things that don't align with their purpose. Every action is intentional. Every decision is made with clarity. Sigma females understand that energy is finite, and so they guard it fiercely. They don't chase after every opportunity or get involved in every drama. Instead, they focus on what truly matters, conserving their energy for the things that are most important. This allows them to achieve more with less effort, avoiding the burnout that so many others experience. This model isn't about being lazy. It's about being efficient. Sigma females know that by focusing their energy on the right things, they can achieve far more than those who spread themselves too thin. They don't waste time on people or projects that drain them. Instead, they channel their energy into their passions, their goals, and their growth. The zero-waste energy model is about working smarter, not harder. It's about recognizing that you don't have to do it all. You just have to do what matters. And by following this model, Sigma females are able to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success without sacrificing their well-being. 7. Invisible leadership. True leaders don't always need a title or a platform. Invisible leadership is the ability to lead through influence without needing to be in the spotlight. Sigma females excel at this. They don't seek recognition for their leadership. Instead, they lead by example, quietly shaping the world around them through their actions. Sigma females don't need to be the loudest voice in the room to make an impact. Their leadership is felt in the way they carry themselves, in the decisions they make, and in the quiet influence they wield. Others naturally follow their lead, not because they demand it, but because they embody the values and strengths that others aspire to. Invisible leadership is about creating change from the background. Sigma females don't need to be at the front of every movement. They often work behind the scenes, subtly guiding others toward a better future. They understand that true leadership isn't about control, it's about influence. And by mastering this form of leadership, they create lasting change without ever needing to raise their voice. This kind of leadership is powerful because it's authentic. Sigma females don't lead for the sake of recognition. They lead because they believe in their vision. And this quiet, confident leadership is often more effective than the loud, aggressive styles that dominate the mainstream. 8. Controlled vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but for Sigma females, it's a tool. Controlled vulnerability is the art of choosing when and how to share your personal truth in ways that empower rather than expose you. Sigma females understand that vulnerability can create deep connections, but it must be used with intention. Sigma females don't spill their emotions everywhere. They are selective, choosing to share their vulnerability in spaces and with people who respect and honor it. By doing so, they maintain their strength while still allowing themselves to connect deeply with others. Controlled vulnerability is about balance. It's about understanding that being open doesn't mean being weak. It means being honest. But it also means knowing when to hold back, when to protect your energy, and when to be selective about who you let into your inner world. Sigma females have mastered this balance, using vulnerability as a strength rather than a liability. 9. The anti-hustle philosophy. The world tells us that we have to hustle non-stop to be successful. But Sigma females know better. They follow the anti-hustle philosophy, understanding that true success doesn't come from constant grind. It comes from alignment, purpose, and balance. Sigma females don't burn themselves out trying to do everything. Instead, they focus on doing what matters most. This isn't about being lazy. It's about being smart. Sigma females know that their time and energy are valuable, and they refuse to waste them on things that don't align with their deeper purpose. They work efficiently, avoiding the exhaustion and overwhelm that come from trying to do it all. By embracing the anti-hustle philosophy, Sigma females create a life that's not only successful but sustainable. They don't need to prove their worth through endless work. They know their worth is inherent, and by focusing on what truly matters, they achieve more with less effort. 10. Fluid identity. Sigma females are not confined by labels or fixed ideas of who they are. Fluid identity is the ability to evolve, adapt, and reinvent oneself as needed. Sigma ladies understand that identity isn't static, it's constantly changing, and they embrace this change, allowing themselves to grow into new versions of themselves as life unfolds. By embracing fluid identity, Sigma females remain flexible, open to new possibilities, and unafraid to let go of past identities that no longer serve them. This adaptability allows them to thrive in a constantly changing world, always ready to step into the next version of themselves without hesitation. Fluid identity is about freedom. The freedom to be whoever you need to be in any given moment. It's about not being boxed in by expectations, and instead, allowing yourself to evolve naturally. Sigma females understand that true strength comes from flexibility, not rigidity, and by embracing this fluidity, they remain unstoppable. Sigma ladies, we've explored the depths of what makes the Sigma female so extraordinary. From emotional alchemy to fluid identity, we've uncovered the principles that allow us to rise without the need for approval, to thrive in silence, and to lead without seeking recognition. In a world that demands constant hustle and endless validation, we've chosen a different path, one that prioritizes mastery, efficiency, and quiet resilience. We embrace our shadows, transform our emotions, and lead from within. And in doing so, we've redefined what it means to be truly powerful. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-mastery and empowerment. If this resonates with you, if you're ready to step into your full Sigma power, make sure to hit that subscribe button and become part of the Sigma Lady community. Together, we'll continue to rise quietly but surely, rewriting the rules as we go. Stay powerful, stay true, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, embrace the quiet and thrive in the shadows.